You ready?
Yeah, I'm ready.
Yeah.
This is a special one right here, boy. Yeah. Oh, shit, man. Hey, E, what they watching? It's the Porch Podcast. Come on. Said it's the Porch Podcast. What? It's the Porch Podcast. Come on.
What?
Said it's the Porch Podcast. Come on.
It's the Porch Podcast. I'm in slow motion.
Right.
Sitting back, wild style, roller coaster. Influential the illest. I'm on the beats.
Come on.
On the balls, I'm rocking down the streets.
Yes, sir.
Time's complete. Let's keep it going. I'm the illest, man. I keep on flowing.
Come on.
Keep growing. The Porch Podcast.
I like it.
We ain't leaving, man. We here to last. My brother shirt say tap to your greatness. I'ma do this, wait this, pay this. Fit the patience flowing, growing. Influential the illest. Y'all know that I'm known because
why? Cause it's the Porch Podcast. Come on. Said it's the Porch Podcast. What?
Yeah.
Said it's the Porch Podcast. Come on. Said it's the Porch Podcast.
Let's go.
Let's go.
Let's go.
Let's go.
Welcome to the Porch Podcast. Welcome to the Porch Podcast. It's your boy DJ E, Mr. Influential, and I'm rocking with my brother.
The original.
Yes, sir. Hey, P.
Yes, sir.
Hey, man. I
Get it out, brother. Get it out. Damn, shit. Get it out.
Shit, I liked it, that one. I liked it, that one right there. That's the first time I like freestyle in a while.
Hey, man. You never cease to amaze me, man.
I don't amaze you.
You know what I mean? No, I said you never cease to amaze me,
That's
brother.
what I said. I never cease to amaze you.
Yeah, man. You know, you're a multi-talented brother.
Oh, I appreciate
it. And
that.
it's probably why you have multiple personalities as well.
Yeah, of course.
That's one of them. Yeah. But listen, man. Episode
42.
Come on with it.
Distractions.
We'll talk about distractions.
That's what we're going to talk about today. We're going to talk about distractions.
Yeah. And it ain't hard to get distracted.
Tell me about it.
You know, hey, man, when you leave a lot of opportunity for silly shit to come into the picture, it's not hard to be distracted, man. Like, if you ever notice, most of the people who have success in life,
right,
make sure that they keep enough things on their plate when they turn around and they stay busy.
You got to stay busy.
They stay busy because I think if you leave too much time there,
you
can easily be just, ran off course, man.
Well, they say an idle mind is the devil's playground.
Yeah.
That's why a lot of people, when they're young, they get into a lot of stupid stuff. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I want to write the book of They Say.
They say that'd be dope.
Yeah.
It was a book out there. It was saying it was called I can't remember, but it was like they talked about it on the Tyler Perry movie. Who was they?
Right.
Yeah,
Don't that seem like this stuff?
Yeah.
The book of They Say, because really, honestly speaking, They Say only has weight depending on who is saying that they said it.
Right. Because if
you know what I mean?
If you known to be one of the ones that just be lying and shit,
right?
It don't matter.
So I just thought about you. You said Tyler Perry. They already kind of did that one.
Yeah, it's on one of those why did I get married?
Oh, okay.
So because I was about to mix they shit with Steve Harvey shit.
I know what you're talking about.
But it's the one with
why men play that game or something.
It's I can tell you what
what's the name of it? We ain't gonna do that. Go
Think
ahead.
Like a Man.
Yeah. All right, go ahead.
But it's actually on part. Is it part 1 or 2 of Why Did I Get Married?
All right.
No, it's part 2. It's part 2.
Okay.
It's the scene. It's the scene where he in the kitchen with the kids.
Right.
And then she come in for work. And she kind of had she had this, remember she was liking the dude at the job. She never did nothing.
Couple she's in it. Talk to me. Who's the she?
Tyler Perry's wife on there.
Got it.
You know what I'm talking about?
Got you.
Remember she came in on the scene when a couple she's in it, where he was looking at the mail and he was like, "This is what you got there? Who on them nice flowers?" And she got the flowers from work and all that. Right before that, he talked about that book. It was called The Book of They or some shit.
Oh,
like that.
okay.
Yeah, so I'm just saying.
So then, okay. So
if you ever want to find a real title, it's easy to find a movie scene.
So then I'll just write probably what's the name of them?
What's the name of them? Oh, I like that.
I don't think you like it. Yeah, so what's the name of them? So look, hey man, listen, before we get too distracted, right? Since we're talking about distractions, it's another It's another, glorious thing today. It's another event, another holiday. We're gonna call it a holiday.
It is. It's a national holiday. I mean? It's a national holiday.
So let me do this, man. I want to tell y'all a quick story.
Okay, go ahead. Let me hear the story.
So I won't get into the date, but it's today's date. Let's put it like that. Semi years ago. Whoever that is, too, I'll write that shit too. Semi years ago.
Yeah.
I was on my way to nursery school. Okay. Didn't really want to go. My mom wasn't she was feeling like she was in a little bit of pain that day. I could tell it. Right. She wasn't right.
Yeah.
And I remember Pop took me to nursery school.
Right.
And he was in a rush that day. He had to help get me out of there. I was dressed and everything appropriately, got to school. Yeah. And I remember I had left, and I would go to Aunt Mag's.
Yeah.
Okay, afterwards, after school and everything, because it wasn't too far away.
Right.
So, needless to say, I didn't know why Mom wasn't feeling why she was in pain like she was.
Right.
All I remember is Pop came back to get me, and he said, "Yo, man, you got a little brother, man." And my life's never been the same since, man. It's never been the same since. Today is a holiday, y'all. It's DJ E, Mr. Influential, my baby brother's birthday today, man.
Yeah! Yeah!
And, I just want to,
yeah! I'm going to do that all night.
I want to acknowledge that,
That's
man.
That's powder level. Yeah!
Yeah, well, I didn't get some things I didn't get you for your birthday.
Yeah!
But you know what? Since we're in that kind of a mood today, before, like I said, we get too distracted, brother, I want to hand you something here, man. We little festive.
Oh!
Little festive, man.
Shit.
You know what I mean?
Shit on, man. Oh.
Let me get busy. Y'all.
Hold on, yo. Y'all realize
work with us. Work with us
right now.
Damn shame. Grown if a guy had to put a birthday hat on.
Yeah, I can't wear my headphones with this shit on.
Nah, just drop them to the side.
Shit. Damn.
I'm back.
I
know I look like.
Yeah, I'm a DJ.
Hey, man.
Figure this shit
hey,
out.
Listen. E.
This shit don't even fit my motherfucking head.
First and foremost, man. I want you to know, man, that without getting all corny and sentimental,
yeah.
I want you to know, man, I'm proud of you, brother.
Thank you, brother.
I'm
proud
that
of
shit
you on the forehead, man.
And everything that you've accomplished in your life, man.
Shit choked me out a little bit.
Even though you might just be getting there on the calendar, man, you seem like an OG for a long time.
I've always been an OG. That's something ain't gonna change.
I just wanted to touch on that real quick, man. And
touch on what?
On the fact that I'm proud of you.
Okay, thank you.
You know what I mean?
Thank you.
Yeah, and the fact that I'm proud of you, man.
Yeah, don't fuck up the moment.
No, I ain't. Yeah, I wanted to say too, man. Without it, like I said, getting too sentimental and all of that, man. I know that Mom is looking down and she's just
right.
She's just happy, man. She's proud, and I just wanted to say it, and just let you know, brother.
Right.
You know what I mean? You're now part of a special class of people.
What class is that?
Well, first off, before I go any further into the conversation,
right,
there is some legal work that has to be taken care of. I don't want you, because I don't care. I'm in there and I have a prominent position in the organization.
Okay.
So, before we go any further, man,
I'm just listening today.
Okay. Before we go any further, brother, I need to hand you this.
You need to hand it to me?
I need to hand this to you.
I thought you was my legal representation. Can you
No.
You ain't gonna read it to me?
No. I'm in representation of the organization.
Okay, I thought you read my paperwork.
No. First off, I want to congratulate you for coming into this organization. You earned it, brother.
Oh,
you earned it.
It's called the 40 and Still Sporty Club.
That's it, baby.
Oh,
you're now part of the 40 and Still Sporty Club.
Yeah.
Now on there, there's some pertinent information that you have to finish filling out. You know what I mean? It's part of the registration process, man.
Okay.
And as you come into the the new club, you have to make sure this documentation together because we don't want nobody to be able to have access to this stuff in the club, man. That ain't supposed to be there.
Right.
All right. So you see the things that's on there. You know what I mean? If you don't have to answer it on what you say we say on air.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? On air because we ain't on nothing else.
We ain't on nothing else.
But you could read the questions, man. I don't mind you. I don't mind you reading those questions to the people.
It seemed like you've been.
Yeah, I had a little time. I had a little tough time with it.
All right, so here it is. I'm going to read the question. Let me read the letter.
Read that, brother. Read that so people can know what's going on.
So what this says is, it says, 40 and Still Sporty Club. Dear Mr. Influential, a.k.a. Merlin, a.k.a. Little Buddy, a.k.a. E.J. McCullum. Oh.
Yeah. No.
I'm Dame.
No. Can't do that, sir.
Well, the people of the 40 and Still Sporty Club would like to welcome you to the well-seasoned side of life.
That's it.
Please complete the questionnaire below so that we can finish registering your information into the system. Your registration number so that you can access the official website is 1007-1981. But what if somebody got the same day as me, man?
No.
Yeah.
No, there's some other things that's also attached to it.
Okay, here's the question. What is your give me my pen, full government name?
Fill it out, man.
Eric Dirk Diggler El Capitan Rainey. Okay.
Yeah, I'm glad you ain't put Mighty D in there.
Mighty D. All right. Next, can you drink milk?
Can you drink milk, brother?
When I feel like it.
You're already answering like a seasoned vet. That's it. Good job on that one there, brother.
Next question. Does anything hurt at the present time? Left knee?
Yeah, oh shit, there it is. Yep.
And femur bone.
Damn. Oh.
Fucked up today. I tell you
had a Q next to your shit.
Oh. Next question. What is the powder level at the present time?
Right now, because first off,
we're at a level. This is new. Y'all didn't know this level.
Okay. What's the new level?
Moderate 2. Moderate 2, yeah.
It's not too bad.
No. Moderate 2. That's a threat of high. That's what moderate 2. Moderate 2 is.
Good possibility.
How long can you hold your piss? Am I awake or am I asleep?
No, you're awake.
I can hold my piss for 17 minutes and 39 seconds. Boom. Can you party back-to-back nights? As long
as I'm getting paid.
As I'm getting, you know me. As I'm receiving the check.
Yeah, there you go. There you go.
It is. Please visit our website at 40andstillsportyclub.com to see all the OG benefits that you qualify to receive. Once again, congratulations on getting old and what you say? As hell, welcome to the club. Old as hell, welcome to the club. Let's go. 40 but still sporty
40
club.
but still sporty club, man. All right, I need my fitted back.
You need your fitted back?
You want to try? I'll wear it.
Nah, hell no. I'm about to take this shit off right here in front of everybody.
Truly 40.
Hey,
hold on.
Shit. Got my big ass forehead. I got the Memphis Bleak cut out, man. Woo, that's it. Now y'all see. Now y'all see why I keep my hat on, bitch. Yeah, that's it. That's what it is. You know what I mean? So this is episode 42, like we said, and it's called Distractions.
Absolutely.
Distractions.
Absolutely.
And what I want to talk about is the many distractions. I don't need this shit sitting up here like that. I had that shit. It was
right.
Fucking up. The many distractions that people tend to deal with on a regular day.
Absolutely.
Distraction comes at all sorts. You know, one thing that people can say probably is one of the biggest distractions nowadays is modern technology, cell phones.
Absolutely.
we all like to just blame
Absolutely.
social media, but it doesn't necessarily have to be social media on your cell phone that actually turns you down. A lot of people do deal with social media as distraction, but bottom line, just regular texting is a distraction.
Yeah.
But I'm going into deeper distractions. Distractions like something that may be in the news and it's such a big deal in the news that you no longer focus on things that you no longer do.
Right.
Now, like the other day, I shared a meme on my Instagram and my Facebook. And on that Instagram, I shared the meme that stated, it said, did you know that hugs help with anxiety, depression? Hugs and cuddling helps with anxiety, depression.
Okay.
Stress, all that.
Yeah, I remember
stuff.
seeing it on
It's
there.
actually, and then I looked it up, and there's so many other benefits. It actually helps your skin. Now, I know I was a hugger. A lot of people say I still have, Eric, your skin is pretty good. Like, I hugged a lot of people. But where I want people to pay attention to, me and you was already talking this off air, because, again, we don't fuck with lines.
Yeah,
no.
No.
It's enough powder in the air.
I don't even want none of that.
Social distancing has kept us away from simple things like hugs.
Exactly. I agree. Just greeting each other, interacting. I know what you mean.
So, with that being said, and you see and you think about it, because they don't want us to be around people. Then if you're vaccinated, it's okay to be around people. Then if you can go back to normal life, you notice that the threat is getting higher because it's getting cold again. So they want to shut the world because they want the world to be open for the summer, because that's where money comes through. But with us not even being able to touch each other, it's higher levels of anxiety, depression, and all that. I started to think that COVID, I'm not saying it ain't real, but it's a distraction.
Yeah.
I knew somebody the other day, they wasn't feeling good. They was under the weather. So I'm going to take a COVID test, I hope it ain't nothing like that. I'm like, nah. The common cold still exists.
Yeah.
That's all it was.
Yeah.
You understand what I'm saying? But it's a distraction because if a person, like we say now, just turn around and cough, sneeze, whatever, you're like, oh.
Yeah.
We ain't feel like that in 19.
No.
Yeah.
No. I see what you're saying.
Right.
And like you said, in terms of I think that because we adapt to everything, we kind of go through this whole thing where it's like the fear of not being able to do certain things. We always arrange them into like the most important like order.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like, we know all of the things that kind of got stopped and paused and you couldn't do and all those things. And then we saw where things started to loosen up and go the other way. But then you still seeing people somewhat hesitant or timid about certain situations. But just sticking with the concept of distraction, one of the primary things I like to do when I'm doing my food for thoughts is try to empower people to understand that,
right.
You have to kind of win within.
Right.
Right. And understand that we're all working within the frame of a clock.
Right.
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 And so, like, I'm not saying don't be smart. I'm not saying don't pay attention. I'm not saying don't be educated. But I'm also not saying to allow yourself to kind of just be controlled by things when life has enough.
Right.
That can kind of derail you from certain situations anyway.
Right.
You know what I mean? So, like, if you're trying to, let's just say, hypothetically speaking, like, traveling. Right? Traveling. We used to talk a lot about leisure, but what if it was business? You're going into these meetings and you're going into these situations and you're meeting people. And, like you said, 2 years ago, 3 years ago, you was able to actually go into a meeting and, it was almost awkward if you didn't shake a person's hand.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like, even down to, let's just say, like, even if we want to take it off of such a high level, right, and just make it, let's just say, regular or minimal.
Right.
You turn around and you take it and you look at it from the perspective of, guy comes to the house to meet your daughter.
Right.
Most fathers, I know, most fathers turn around and they look forward, not to be funny,
right,
or shaking that hand and putting that grip down,
right, so to see how real that dude is,
and let youngin know, at the same time, what it is.
Right.
Now people come in, you got to bump elbows and shit. It started off with a hand.
Right.
It went away from the hand, fist bumps, all the way up to people bumping elbows.
Yeah.
And it's like, at some point or another, you start saying to yourself, damn, don't be so distracted by things that are going on in life that you allow yourself to be pulled into this whole, other way of thinking. Yeah.
Well, what it is
that's just crazy, man.
What it is the distraction of it a lot of times depends on the level of powder. I'm just listen, no, because listen, powder is deeper. Powder is deeper than actually
I'm not looking for no powder right now.
Yes, I got you on camera looking for powder.
I'm not looking for no powder.
Nah, that shit just ain't work. Hey, y'all know on the porch we keep bloopers all in there. We was just dealing with a situation. I said I'm gonna block P out. This motherfucker walked right into the camera.
That's just to let you know, man, that y'all matter more than me than looking like an ass. To make sure things continue to move appropriately.
So anyway, man.
Yeah, welcome back.
Welcome back. Welcome back.
So, all right. Say this. In terms of distraction, right? I mean, I always talk about all the time the definition of certain words.
Right.
But, this time, man, it's funny because I'm actually looking at, like, how they got definitions and then they have, like, I don't know what the next level of, like, an example or sentence or something like that, or a little bit deeper into it, right?
Right.
So, like, they got on here distraction as the third definition of it is mental distress or derangement. Like, you shot clean, gone. You know what I'm saying? That's one element of it. Mm-hmm. And then it has another thing.
You got an issue or something, like,
Right. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? No, yeah, that's what they got down there.
Right.
You know what I mean? Now, number 5, it says that which amuses, entertains, or diverts.
Right.
Amusement, entertainment, right? So it goes back and forth with that. Or division or disorder caused by dissension.
So that's social media, cell phone.
Right. You know what I mean? It's like I said, that which amuses,
TV,
entertains, or diverts. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? We talk about all of these things all the time in terms of distractions. And the reality of it is it's a choice. Right. You don't have to be distracted.
No.
You have to choose to make yourself vulnerable enough or available to be distracted, first and foremost. Right. Like, that's why we was talking about, like, most successful people, they don't have time for them.
No.
So that's a good strategy. I didn't even think about that. You know what I mean? But one of the best strategies to be able to kind of stay on task is to not leave time to be distracted in the first place.
Well, that's the thing I was getting into with, again, and, as I thought about this situation is, when I say distraction, a lot of people always believe in conspiracy theories. Mm-hmm. Yeah, they don't want us to do this because so they over here while they fucking with our left hand, they playing us on the right side. No, that ain't what I'm saying. Mm-hmm. Distractions is big, man. Distractions alone could take you away from your purpose in life.
Yeah, often.
Because you're focused on that.
Right.
But see, sometimes you got to learn your purpose. It was somebody I know, and they was talking about how their son always playing video games. Mm-hmm. And it was the summertime. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? Oh, they can't just sit on that game all day. And I said, well, you realize that, that's a business now. It's full-time gamers that get tax write-offs. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Like Wi-Fi. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? I don't know. I'm not a tax. Don't try that shit. I ain't a tax dude. I'm just saying that this sounds about right. You know what I mean? If you want to listen,
it's definitely at your own risk.
If you want to listen to the advice of E, bitch, on a tax write-off for some video games.
You probably giving them. It's not that you're not giving them information.
Little juice.
You just telling them,
I ain't telling you to try that shit.
I'm not. Yeah. I ain't telling you stop working tomorrow and go buy the new 2K.
Yeah.
And just be like,
hey,
this is what I'm doing.
Some people, their purpose is to be a gamer. That's what they were chosen for. Yeah. Like we were chosen to do the Porch podcast. That's why we were episode 42.
That's right.
You understand what I'm saying? That's why we're on this episode. Yeah. I'm gonna do all opposite shit tonight. I'm meant to cheer and I'm gonna laugh. And when I laugh, I'm gonna cheer.
It's your birthday,
it's
baby.
It's my birthday. I can do that
fun. You can do what you want to do,
If
baby.
it's your birthday, make some noise.
You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
It's crazy because we talked about it, distraction, and we talk about it because it's episode 42. At one point, man, I almost thought about naming this shit, this episode Hank.
Fuck is Hank? Come on, B.
Number 42,
Yeah, Aaron.
I almost thought about it,
I almost thought about calling him Ronnie.
Who? What happened?
Ronnie?
Yeah. Yeah, who?
Yeah.
Oh, shit.
I wasn't talking, okay. I wasn't talking about the Shy or McGirt.
Hey, listen.
You know what I mean? Welcome to the world, baby Ronnie.
Right. But what I was going to say, though, about the distraction thing, right?
Yeah, we should.
But it's not, listen, and this is another thing, because I always try to find the silver lining in a lot of these things, right? Mm-hmm. Every distraction is not negative.
No, it's not.
Sometimes you need to be distracted from certain things.
To get you away from negativity.
Right. Mm-hmm. So, here's the thing about distraction. I think it makes more sense to identify with its purpose.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like, you can positively be distracted from something.
Right.
Just as well as negatively. Like, you, how can I say? You work hard.
Right.
Right? You're burning the candle on both ends.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? You leave the house in the morning, it's dark, you come home, it's dark.
Mm-hmm.
You're doing what you need to do, but you're ignoring some other things in life.
Right.
Right? And in the process of that, there's signs that's everywhere.
Yeah.
That your attention needs to be diverted or put somewhere else. Not diverted, but actually put somewhere else.
Absolutely.
All of a sudden, you realize time that went by and you stop and you look one day and realize that you missed a lot of different things.
Right.
And then you start to think about all the things that you ignored. The diversions that came into play that you ignored because you were being quote unquote disciplined and focused and committed to whatever that situation was.
Right.
I'm not gonna make this a food for thought. Starting to sound like
no, you can do it.
But
because honestly, that's a purpose of yours.
Right.
You're
So it's like for me,
you never stop when you're in purpose.
Right. I give you an example. Right. Mm-hmm. Some time ago, long time. Like I ain't gonna say long time, but a minute ago, a couple years ago. I was sitting there and I was trying to get something done, right? And it was a situation where at that particular moment, I didn't want to invest the resources into it.
Right.
Right? And, and it wasn't no big purchase, nothing crazy like that, but I kept putting these things, right? You know how Amazon is. You know what I mean? I'm putting stuff in the cart.
Right.
And there's things I want to get. Mm-hmm. And I'm looking at this cart, and the things are adding up. They're going in, they're adding up. And I'm saying to myself, I need these things, but I don't want to invest into this situation, which is ironic because then how much do I really want it? Right. Like I discussed before. But if I don't want to invest into it, right? So as I'm looking, right, I start to make some investments, but then there's one key piece. And it's crazy because the key piece was a desk.
Right.
Right? So I made this investment. And I got all of these other pieces. And the one key thing that I needed to be able to start really being able to form everything, put it all together, have it presentable, get working, get busy, be productive, was a desk.
Right.
I looked at this desk. I put a desk in the cart. Desk wasn't super expensive, but at the time, I wasn't ready to be able to pull the trigger on. Even though I know I needed this desk, everything inside of me said, you need this desk to complete or start what you want to put together so you can be able to do what you want to do.
Right.
For 3 days, I sat there and I looked at this cart. 72 hours, 3 days. Mm-hmm. And I kept looking. And I kept saying to myself, pull the trigger, do what you need to do.
Boom.
Wouldn't do it. Kept looking. Sun went up, sun went down. Sun went up, sun went down. 3 days. Mm-hmm. Sitting there on the third day, all of a sudden I look at it. And on this picture inside of the Amazon thing, I'm looking at the picture with the descriptions.
Right.
They have the dimensions to the desk.
Okay.
Did not pay attention to this for 3 straight 72 hours.
72 hours.
Did not pay attention to it.
Didn't give a damn about the size.
Did not pay attention to it. I look and notice they have the dimensions. Now, I had them made a statement to a couple different people that everything that you ever need to be successful, you already possess.
Yeah.
You already possess.
Yeah, it's a mind frame.
It's a mind frame thing. Yeah. It's about you, because you got to remember the desire to want something has to come into your mind if you feel like it's attainable.
Yeah.
Right? Like, that's just basic common thinking.
Absolutely.
72 hours went by. I noticed the dimensions there. All of a sudden, I say to myself, why don't you just build it? Mm-hmm. You know how to build things.
Right.
You got the dimensions.
So you built that desk you got?
Yeah. And when I had all that stuff, yeah. I built that desk.
The one that you just showed me the other day?
Yeah, the one that it been there, but I showed it to you. Yeah, I had built that desk.
Oh shit, I didn't know that.
Okay. Here's the beauty of it. Not only did I have those dimensions, but I was able to build it bigger and better for less than what it cost on Amazon.
And you know why? Let me ask you this question. When you first put it in the cart, where were you? Were you home?
I was home.
Okay.
I was home.
So every time you looked at it on those 3 days, you were home.
I was home.
And then that third day, you seen.
I noticed the dimensions, yes.
Okay. So, they had captured Jesus on the first day.
Okay.
He rose on the third.
Okay.
I'm willing to bet that the day that they took Jesus, the powder level was past moderate.
Listen.
It was at extreme. It was at extreme.
It's a few things in life you don't play with.
No. I ain't playing with the Lord.
Glass, fire, bullets,
and powder.
And God and powder in the same sentence.
You right. It's my birthday, man.
It's your birthday.
Yeah. He know
one more.
God made me. He know I'm silly as hell.
But let me tell you.
The day 40 years ago today when he dropped me into the world, he said 40 years from now he gonna say some dumb shit. That's exactly what he did.
You know what? Ain't but 2 people here surprised. Right. Because the third one already knew what was gonna happen. No, you absolutely right. Nah, but you know what's crazy though, bro, in that story more than anything else? 72 hours, dimensions being there. The craziest thing about it was,
I'm gonna really go when you finish talking. Really, what I'm playing, but
I know. Okay, no doubt. You want to elaborate on it?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. When I realized that the numbers was there for the dimensions and that I was fully capable of building it, I went and I started to actually look into the material list. Discovered that the price of actually building it myself was cheaper than actually paying for them.
Right.
To send it to me. And here's the funny part. You ready for it?
And still put it together.
I still would have had to put it together.
It just would have been already ready for you.
Right. It would have been, it would have been prefabricated so I can just, and at that point, put everything together. So I'm sitting there saying to myself, just what you just mentioned. Wait a minute. Damn, P. If you buy it and it come, you still got to put it together. Hell, if you're going to do that, you might as well build it. Right. The distraction came into play 3 days later when I noticed that and I built it.
Yeah.
Right? It took me a weekend because I wanted to take my time and make sure it was done right.
Right.
By the time I was done, the other things that was still remaining in the cart, all of a sudden, I ain't need them no more. I started to move around and I realized, and I'm gonna show you something. I told my wife, I said I gotta go to Home Depot to pick up some material.
Right.
I went to leave, walked out in my garage, And the same material I was going to go buy, I had some already.
In the garage.
I started using it.
Yeah.
I came into it again. I looked up and I said, damn, I got to go to Home Depot because I need some material. I told my wife, I went back in that same area and I moved some things around. And guess what?
Some more.
It was there again.
Yeah.
I did it a third time.
Right.
I said, I need these certain kind of screws. The screws I have, they don't have enough length. They're not long enough. I went down in my shop where I had all my extra stuff at.
Yeah.
And I had the screws the exact length I needed. I keep trying to explain to people, everything that you need in life to be successful, you already have. And I kept going, and my wife just kept smiling. She kept laughing because she kept seeing me be motivated. And she stopped seeing me look at Amazon at that cart. And then when I was done, I was so proud to be able to hit delete.
Yeah, on the whole cart.
On that thing to take it out of there because I had completed the situation.
Yeah.
The point that I'm making in that, y'all, in that story, I just want y'all to understand. More often than not in life, we can be distracted by the convenience of things.
Right.
To the point where we actually turn off an ability that we already possess.
Yeah.
I'm telling you, like this shirt say, greatness is inside of you.
Right.
And everything that you need to be successful, you already possess.
And that's a good thing because you're not distracted by powder. You're not. So what I'm going to say
You're right, though. You're right. Now, I don't have no problem with
Yeah, you're not.
Absolutely right.
You're not. Listen. What I was going to say is, though, in the Bible, they say who wrote 2/3 of the Bible, actually, it'll tell the story of the Bible, is Peter, if I'm not mistaken. Mm-hmm. He was also the one. Now, Peter was a tent maker.
Okay.
But his purpose was to, I think, write the majority of the Bible, if I'm not mistaken. I could be wrong. I think this is what I heard before.
Okay.
But he was a tent maker. Mm-hmm. So he obtained the skill of making tents so people knew who he was because that's the tent maker. So they respected him. And then when he wrote and told the stories because he walked with Christ, they also respected him because he already had that name.
Okay.
All right?
Okay.
Now, we all heard the story that Jesus walked on water.
Yep.
Now, when he was walking on water, told Peter to get out the boat. He can walk on water. He said Peter started taking steps. And if you remember, Jesus said, keep your eyes on me. He took, then the wind blew. When the wind blew, took his eyes off, everybody knows what happened.
Peter went in the water.
Started drowning. Right? It's a metaphor. Keep your eyes on. So in Christ, in Christianity, we're supposed to try to grow up to be like Christ. That's our model. Right? As a Christian. Anybody that's a Christian. You keep your eyes on Jesus Christ.
Okay.
Because he's the example.
No doubt.
The wind was the distraction.
Come on.
The moment you take your eyes off, you start drowning. Now, your own mind was a distraction in a good way to delay you from purchasing. Because guess what? The time it took you to do everything, right? That would have been the time they probably would have took for you to mail it, get it in the mail, put it together, depending on where it was coming from. Because sometimes, on Amazon, you can get shit later on that day.
At that time when I looked at it, let's just say it was 2 weeks out. Was as soon as it could have been received.
See what I'm saying? And you got it faster, got it for cheaper. And your ability of being able to build, right? So the wind never blew.
Okay.
You kept looking at the cart.
No doubt.
You kept your eyes on the prize.
It was like a TV show.
And the more you kept looking at the cart with your eyes on the prize, you seen the dimensions.
No doubt. No doubt.
Your desk was your gift.
No doubt.
So what I'm telling you is continue to look at the desk because the desk is there now.
Oh,
and what's on the desk.
Yeah.
So you can reach your full position because Peter was a tent maker. And here's the icing on the cake. What Peter began with.
Woo! Give yourself some love on that one. People start with a P, baby. Amen. You know?
And so does powder.
And so does powder. And so does the next thing that it brings it to. It's time, E, for this week's episode of...
Welcome to another episode of This or That, where we know that Whitney Houston said that crack was whack.
Yes,
Bobby Brown said, I know y'all getting bored, chilling with them with the crack hook mouth, but guess what? This is that. It's my birthday, bitch, and we out. Let's go. I don't even know what I'm talking about today, bitch.
Amen. Welcome back, y'all, to another episode of This or That, man. Well, we ask each other questions, and we look forward to possibly getting a this or that, where sometimes it's not just that simple, though. So we'll get right into it, E. This or that, man.
This or that. I'm this or that. I'm here.
Logic or emotion?
Ooh. Let me tell you why it's not as easy. And I'm going to elaborate.
Cool. That's cool.
Because logic is really based off something we already understand.
Right.
We kind of already see. We may have seen it before. We may have understand that it worked that way. You know, we know 2 + 2 = 4.
No doubt.
You know what I mean?
No doubt.
We know if it's a wood fire, we can throw some water on it. You know, like, you know what I mean? Certain things. Like, we know we have logic about certain things. However, emotions start new beginnings sometimes.
No doubt.
So if you take the emotions and use it with a little bit of logic,
right,
like on Vampire in Brooklyn,
okay,
when he was like, "Evil is necessary. Evil is necessary. You find yourself a piece of evil ass. Woo! Remember that shit? Yeah. Remember that part? Yeah. So what I'm saying is, if you take a situation where you have to act on logic, but through your emotions, because emotion doesn't mean you're actually lost out of your mind and you're lost and you're confused.
Right.
It means you can have high emotions of wanting to be successful.
Right.
But you got to use logic still to get there. So you need them both.
But this is a this or that.
This depends on the situation.
Okay. All right. So, I can't think of this situation right now. But, okay, the next one I needed to be a this or that.
Okay, it's my birthday. I can do what I fucking want. It's my birthday. It's my birthday. It's my birthday.
It's his birthday.
It's my birthday.
Passion or stability, man?
Passion or stability? Boom, boom.
See, the thing about this or that, and I'm going to tell y'all what E is a thinker, right?
That's it.
Which is smart because you shouldn't just randomly answer questions. But he's thinking about every scenario, and that's why I think every time, really, do we call this or that?
Yeah.
It's really kind of tough to just say some of these things because the ones I'm asking both factor into life.
Right.
So I understand it. You know, I guess my quick question, like I said, is just passion or stability and I have to put it in something that has to be a romantic relationship.
Stability.
Okay. Fair enough.
It's just where we live at, the times we live in. Now, when I pick one, I'm definitely going to elaborate because most people don't realize the reason why a lot of relationships and romance end. It's not about infidelities. It's actually finances.
Right.
So, with that being said, it's cool to see on TV. I don't care if you don't have anything. Yeah. As long as I'm with you, that shit don't work in real life.
Yeah, nah, you know.
Not on my birthday. You know, I'm not going to lie.
Nah, I agree. No, I mean, a stable life, man, you know.
Stable, because stable gives you time to work on passion.
Yeah.
So I say stability.
All right, so you say, all right, no problem. All right, cool. Moving right on to the next one.
Moving right along.
Okay. Seems simple enough, but I ask it anyway. This or that, words or actions?
Actions.
Okay.
Yeah, actions. Because you ain't got to talk to show me that you mean business.
That's true.
All you got to do is do what I need you to do.
That's true. Yeah, no. I mean, you know. Apathy or obsession?
What does apathy mean again?
You've been drinking a little bit,
yeah,
right?
just a little bit.
Apathy or what did I say the other choice was?
Obsession.
Well, obsession. Yeah. I'll give you apathy.
I know what obsession means.
Yeah. Well, all right, so you want a good answer. You got to be able to give an honest answer. So I got to know the word,
yeah.
Absence or suppression of passion, emotion, or excitement.
Ooh, apathy.
Okay.
Because sometimes people being obsessed can be a distraction.
Yeah. No. Yeah, I agree with you.
But apathy is like, I could cancel all this shit out to get to the goal. Mm-hmm. So apathy, yes, it's gonna be
okay. Apathy. All right, no doubt. We already touched.
I hate to sound like I don't have emotions at the time, but sometimes you can't have them. So, especially in business,
right? So I asked you. I believe I'm not even sure if I asked you this before, but obviously it's just anti being in the opposition of it. But hero or anti-hero?
Anti-hero is fine with me. As long as the job is complete. Like I was telling somebody that recently, I don't need recognition. I just want success in what I'm a part of.
Here's the crazy thing about it. The definition for anti-hero, for those who don't know,
is a
protagonist who lacks the attributes that make a heroic figure. As notably, as nobility of mind and spirit. A life or attitude marked by action or purpose, and the like.
Yeah.
So it's
that's really me.
It sounds funny because well, first off, when anybody ever hears the word anti, you know what I mean. Usually, that's generally in the opposition of whatever the word is that follows that.
Right.
So you know what I mean. Like I said, anti-hero, the most person would think is a villain.
Right.
And in a sense, it's not. It's more or less a person that understands. Like I said, it's a protagonist.
Right.
Who lacks the attributes that make a heroic figure, as nobility of mind and spirit, a life or attitude marked by action or purpose.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So, if you know where you're going, and you doing what you need to do to get there, and you ain't hurt nobody in the process, what's the problem with that?
I tell people all the time, a lot of times, we look at our heroes and people that are heroes as somebody that we really, really know. Or like we know them for that. I don't need to be like, again, what we say, our words, we give power. And again, I'm going to look at a manifestation. And Eddie Murphy made this. I seen him on an old anime. Like when I really, really, really got into manifestation, like I was on, I'm kind of back on it now. But I mean, when I first got into it, some odd years ago, I'm like, yo, I've been missing out in life not watching this shit. But I watched this little clip. It had Eddie Murphy, and he said, when I was younger, I kept saying, I want to be famous, I want to be famous, I want to be famous, I want to be famous.
No doubt.
He said, then I started realizing the power of what you say. And I said, I want this to be my career. I want this to be my career. He said, because you could be famous today, not known tomorrow. Now, I can almost say that I don't give a damn how old you are. If somebody say, do you know who Eddie Murphy is? They're going to find a way to... You got some people might say, oh, yeah, Buckwheat from Saturday Night Live. Oh, yeah, Eddie Murphy, the greatest comedian ever. Oh, yeah, he was on Nutty Professor Clown. Right. Oh, Dr. Doolittle. Mm-hmm. He was famous, but he did what he really wanted to do.
No doubt.
Be his career.
All right. Multiple choice. Now, this is, I guess, coming in the form of like a test or something. Multiple choice or essay?
Multiple choice all day.
And I knew you was going to say that. Now, here's the funny part. Right. I almost think I'm the other way.
Yeah. I believe that. I can see that.
Because I want to believe that the essay kind of gives me the free will ability to be able to interpret it and write it in from my mind.
Right.
Where I think the multiple choice, it's the right answer because that's what they made the right answer.
Right.
I feel like the essay gives me a little bit more control to say, this is what, the general consensus is.
Yeah.
But this is my view on it. And so I think that I probably would that's just me, you know what I mean, having that kind of free will ability to do it.
Right. No, I get it. I think the reason why I'm multiple choice is because when I'm doing certain things and I start reading it, when I see something that reminds me of the answer, it triggers me. Say, oh, this is it. Sometimes I could be like, somebody say something, I'll be like, yeah, like now, because I got so much going on, they'll be like, you don't remember we talked about this? I'll be like, hey man, just tell me a little bit. If you don't want to tell me, just tell me a little bit, and it might trigger something.
Yeah.
In my mind. But when you're ready to talk, you got to think about it. Food for thought ain't nothing but a lecture.
That's why I say I'm probably the other way, because
and if you realize, if you look at the shows, I don't even ask you most of the time this or that no more. You ask me, so you're giving me a choice.
Yeah.
So that's basically what that is.
I mean, it's funny because, right, like I said, I think that does determine or depend on the person.
Right.
Right.
Yeah.
Like we talk about the multiple choice. Like for me, like, all right, so if I'm doing an examination, some kind of test or something like that, and the options are multiple choices, usually A, B, C, or D, right?
Right.
Somewhere in the framework of that. And I know that generally speaking, most multiple choice questions, you're always going to have two that's just totally out of whack, don't have anything to do with anything.
Right.
And two, one's going to be the correct answer, and one is going to be enough to go ahead.
No, that just reminds me of when I was getting my degree. I had a class, and me and DK had the class at the same time, but we wasn't in the same class. So we would discuss, things. So we it was this one particular class. Every test for the whole semester, the answer was A.
That's crazy.
Right?
That's what I'm saying. Like,
the answer was A. So after it all happened, I remember we was telling McGurk, because McGurk got his degree a few years ago. He was like, oh, nah, fuck that. You got to take that. God gave y'all that. That shit.
Yeah.
Every answer.
That's crazy.
Was A.
Oh,
hey. Man.
I mean, you know what, though, E? It's like seriously, I talk to a lot of people. We talking about distractions, y'all. You know what I mean? I seem like we getting away from there.
Yeah, that was a distraction.
That was a distraction.
Yeah. In a good way.
The thing about it is as I'm growing,
right,
I want to do as much as I can to not be in the status quo of things. Right.
It's
not about being odd or anything like that,
right.
But like we just talking about multiple choice.
That was the last this or that? I'm just asking.
I don't know. No. But we're talking about multiple choice or essay. I keep getting thrown up. You're trying to distract me with the bullshit. Multiple choice or essay.
I ain't want to lose this or that. That's all I'm saying.
And no, we're still in there. And the point that I'm making in that is that to me, when you have something dealing with a multiple choice situation, they've already dictated and determined what the right answer is. And to me, that means that I almost look at, and this is going to sound maybe a little deeper than it needs to be. I look at multiple choice questions and things of that nature to be in alignment with, how can I say, regular thinking people.
Right.
Commonly thinking people.
Right.
You know what I mean? Consumers.
Right.
I look at essays more from an entrepreneurial perspective.
Right.
Because the essay, generally speaking, is going to be more perceptually based.
Right.
It has to be within the framework of whatever the essay needs to pertain to. But the examples or the explanation or that goes into it allows them a lot more free range to be able to answer things.
Well, it's sort of like how when I go through the multiple choice, how I elaborate. I just wasn't a big fan. I've never always been since a kid. I didn't like writing. I wasn't a writer. Even when I used to rap, I would actually freestyle. Right? Freestyle. This is so crazy. I would freestyle me rapping and then write it down so I wouldn't forget it.
Okay.
So I would record, because if we was recording somewhere else, and I had the little recording thing at the house, instead of having the beat and bringing that session over there, I would record myself freestyle. And then I'll go back and listen to it. I'm going to keep this bar. I'm going to keep this bar. I'm going to keep this bar. That's how I was. So even when I was in school, when I first started writing my papers, when I found out they had on Google Docs, you could hit the button and it records you talking, I would say my essays. And then I'll be like, period. And it'll put a period. And you say this is a period. Because I hated typing, I hated writing.
Okay. So maybe that's why that's more of a choice for you.
That's what it really is.
Got you.
I don't mind just circling some shit and keep going.
No doubt. Mm-hmm. All right, we'll do this. This will be the last one, and we'll get back to what we do, baby. Football game. All right, go in person. Yeah. Football game or basketball game?
Football.
Okay.
Football.
All right.
And I've experienced them both now. You know,
no doubt. That's what's up.
Football. Something about the energy of football, man.
Definitely dope. Yeah. Definitely dope. Yeah, right. I always enjoy my experiences. You got anything for me, brother? I know it's your birthday. I really was just going to go ahead and do them. Well, I set them to you and then give you the night off, but that's up to you if you want to have some.
Now laters or jingles?
Right. Now laters.
Right. Yeah, okay. All right. See, I asked you that before. Okay. I did. I don't want to keep. I don't want to just keep making you be a greedy.
Chico stick or Tootsie Roll?
Tootsie Roll. I ain't fuck with Chico sticks was good, but I had Tootsie Roll.
Tootsie Roll?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. Wise chips or Lay's?
Because back in the day, with the brick wall Wise was the shit. You can't find them anymore. Them Lay's barbecue chips, I love that shit.
Okay.
I had I gotta have a little bag of that at least once a week. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean?
Cabbage or collard greens?
They both got smoked turkey in them?
If I'm asking.
No, I'm just saying. Not neither. I ain't saying nothing, but they both.
No, if I'm asking, that's the only way I'm asking. I ain't asking about nothing with no hog in it.
Gotta go cabbage.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Expensive gift or a homemade gift? I said that was going to be the last one, but I'm going to ask you that one. Expensive because it's your birthday. Expensive gift or a homemade gift?
I'm going to say homemade.
Okay.
You know why? Because that came from the heart.
Got you. So he likes it. He wanted his rock cooked up at the crib. All right, that's been this week's episode of This or That. E, take us out of here, baby.
Thank you for tuning in to another episode of This or That. We see that P wanted to talk about crack. We all know on the low, he fucks with blow. It's his sneaky link. And what did you think? We're out of here.
Yeah, man.
Oh, man. Yeah, man. This has been a very good episode because it's my birthday episode. But before we get out of here, right, I just want to say this. Today, I turned 40 years old.
Give yourself another round of applause on that one.
Just hit a bitch with the Beetlejuice burp and booger from this nerd. You gotta hit a bitch with the right. 40 years old. I've been DJing for 25 years.
Yes, sir.
I've been just an all-around entertainer my whole life.
Absolutely.
And I'm just thankful to be able to. I'm not gonna say, you know how people. You ever notice people be like, they take that picture, they be looking like this. 40 laps around the sun. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Peace, beloved. Then some of them be. Then you got the chicks. Chapter 40.
Yeah.
You know, then you always got that serious motherfucker. This is 40.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna say, thank you, man.
There you go, man.
Thank you, Lord.
Yeah. Oh, absolutely.
40, man.
Absolutely.
40.
Absolutely.
Ooh, who was the best number 40 in the NFL?
I don't know.
My boy A-Train, Mike Allstott.
I was going to say him.
Yeah, Mike Allstott. Best 40 in the NBA ever. Sean Kemp.
Okay.
Yeah.
You've been thinking.
Right.
You've been thinking. You've been drinking. You've been thinking.
Yeah. But like y'all know, man, this is the Porch Podcast, man. P, if you got anything else to say
listen,
before
man.
we leave.
Yeah, like we were saying earlier.
Distractions.
You know what I mean? Distractions, man. Good and bad. Good and bad. You know what I'm saying? Recognize your strengths. Like I was telling you earlier, man, you know what I mean? Everything that you need to be successful in life, you already possess.
I like that.
Everything that you need. Once again, man, episode 42, shout out to DJ E, my brother. You know what I mean? Welcome him into the 40 Sporty Club.
Right.
And like he says, man, we want to thank y'all for tuning in every week, man.
Right, man.
Whether you've been doing it, as we say all the time, man, watching it actually on YouTube,
right,
or tuning into any of your favorite podcasts and streaming sites.
Right.
You know them at this point, man, but if you don't know them, it's iHeartRadio, Spotify, Google Podcasts, Amazon Music, Apple Podcasts, Radio Public, Overcast Radio, just to name a few of them. And
if you listen every now and then, if you get a chance, just tune into the YouTube page, the Porch Podcast.
Absolutely.
DA, spelled just like it is on your screen right now. For whatever you listening to.
Exactly. Make sure you tune in, man. And look, tell a friend to tell a friend, man.
Right.
You know what I mean? Please like, comment. You know what I mean? If you haven't done so already, subscribe
and share.
Make sure more than anything else you hit that notification bell, because I know I'm driving y'all asses crazy by sending them damn texts out every week. But guess what?
Yeah.
Oh, they coming.
They coming. And do me a favor. Just tell me happy birthday in the comments. It'll really make my day. Thank y'all, man. This is the Porch Podcast, man. We love y'all, man.
Absolutely. Peace, y'all.
Peace.